G'day folks, this is Chris checking in for TradeTaxPlus again. This is the first technical video for April 2019, and I'm sure you're not too surprised that I have received a number of queries around electronic services, and also with regards to specifically the tax invoices issued by suppliers of electronic services. Most of the questions didn't recognize that there was a new dispensation, and that the tax invoices issued by the new registrants, that there are different rules applicable to those tax invoices. So let's just touch on some of those issues very quickly. First and foremost, if you look at the new regulation governing electronic services, the net has now been cast extremely wide, but it doesn't include everything. There are exclusions that you need to be aware of. You also need to be now much more vigilant in terms of understanding and appreciating the requirements of the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act. Now, a lot of references to that act, but in that act itself, what you'll see is a lot of the definitions are cross-referenced to other definitions. So when the regulation talks about something as defined in this act, you'll probably find that there's another 5 or 6, if not more, other definitions that immediately become relevant because it's sub-referenced from the definition that is referred to in the regulation. So be very careful to make certain that the right things are being picked up. With regards to the invoicing, the questions I often get is only the foreign amount is reflected on the invoice. It only shows it in dollars. Now that's perfectly aligned with what the new rules are, provided that the person also provides you with some other means of establishing what the amount of VAT is in rands that the person will be declaring to SARS, and that the regulation and the binding general ruling is not prescriptive. It simply says that you must be advised by the supplier that what the amount is. So that could be simply by an email that is sent, which normally follows up the original invoice that is being issued. So and then they ask, can you claim these? Can you claim an input tax deduction? Of course you can claim input tax deduction, provided that you comply with the requirements of it being incurred for the purposes of your enterprise. That's just a normal expense incurred in the course of the business, so there's no issue with not being able to claim that. Just as a reminder, those rules are contained in binding general ruling number 28. There it sets out exactly what the format of that invoice must be, what must be disclosed on there, and what the processes are to obtain additional disclosure, which is not physically on the invoice. Okay, so we are on that dispensation. It seems to be running quite nicely. So it seems like there's not too much of hiccups in that space. We just need to get used to the new dispensation. Okay, so with that, this is Chris checking out for TradeTaxPlus. I hope you have enjoyed this video and that you will not forget the golden rule. The golden rule is if you like this video, share this video with your friends. If you don't like this video, share this video with your enemies. Chris checking out. Until next time.